After Gamal Abdel Nasser became the president of Egypt in 1952, he took steps to strengthen the country's economy and military power. In July 1956, he decided to nationalize the Suez Canal, which was an important trade route connecting Europe and Asia.
To wildly enthusiastic crowds, President Nasser announced that Egypt had taken over the Suez Canal, the international waterway of which Britain has been a large shareholder since Israel's dramatic £4 million purchase in 1870.
This move angered Britain and France because they were losing control over this waterway. This move by Nasser was also a threat to Israel, as the Egyptian army was becoming powerful and was stationed near the Israeli border. Israel took this opportunity to launch a military operation against Egypt. Israel attacked the Sinai Peninsula and took control of the canal. Britain and France also joined Israel. British and French air forces began bombing Egyptian airfields, particularly military installations in Cairo and Alexandria. Meanwhile, U.S. President Dwight Dr. Eisenhower pressured Britain and France to refrain from this military operation, as he believed that this military intervention could create instability and conflict not only in Egypt, but throughout the Middle East. And the Soviet Union showed support for Egypt. The Soviet Union announced the supply of weapons to Egypt, which helped in increasing Egypt's military strength. Under international pressure, especially from the intervention of the United States and the Soviet Union, a ceasefire was implemented, and Israel, Britain, and France were forced to withdraw their troops. In 1964, the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, was founded with the main goal of achieving Palestinian independence and armed struggle against Israel.
In 1948, the State of Israel was proclaimed. Palestine was lost. 16 years later, in 1964, the Palestine Liberation Organization, or the PLO, was founded. Made up of different factions, the PLO has been at the heart of the struggle to regain Palestine ever since.
Their strategy was primarily to build armed resistance against Israel, to end Israeli control over Palestinian territories, and to establish a Palestinian state. Initially, the United States and Israel declared the PLO as a terrorist organization. Subsequently, in 1967, the Second Arab-Israeli War began. On June 5, 1967, Israel launched an initial attack on Egypt. It is called the Six-Day War.
The Six-Day War, third of 5 Arab-Israeli wars. A conflict whose outcome was made inevitable by air power on the first day. A war fought on 3 fronts, each quite different. The Sinai Desert, scene of dramatic tank battles and the destruction of an entire army.
The main cause of the war was the long-standing hostility and tension between Israel and the surrounding Arab countries. Since the establishment of Israel, Arab countries could not accept its existence. Cairo in Egypt and Damascus in Syria displayed aggressive attitudes against Israel and made large-scale military and arms preparations. Israel saw this situation as a threat to itself. Israel launched a preemptive strike policy. A large part of the Egyptian Air Force was destroyed. The primary goal of Israel's initial attack was to completely destroy Egypt's military capability so that they could quickly take advantage of land occupation. Later that day, while focusing on another part of the war, Israeli forces quickly began operations against Jordan and Syria. Egypt's Air Force could not muster much resistance, allowing Israel to take control of the initial phases of the war. During the war, some military support from European and the United States was crucial for Israel, providing significant assistance. Before the war, the United States supplied Israel with advanced weapons and military equipment. These included surgical bombers, warships, and radar systems for aircraft. These helped Israel's Air Force during the early stages of the war. The United States also provided high-level intelligence to Israel, helping them understand the positions and plans of Egyptian, Syrian, and Jordanian forces. The United States and National Security Agency provided various intelligence to Israel before and during the war. On the first day of the war, June 5th, Israel launched a preemptive strike, destroying about 90% of the Egyptian Air Force. This information was obtained in advance through U.S. satellite images and specific intelligence signals. France was one of Israel's main supporters, especially in the 1950s and 1960s. They supplied Israel with some modern fighter jets such as Mirage 3 and military equipment. Additionally, France provided Israel with nuclear technology and materials. Furthermore, Britain, Germany, and Australia supplied Israel with various advanced weapons and military equipment. After the Six-Day War of 1967, Israel achieved a major territorial victory, quickly occupying several areas, including the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, and the largest Egyptian Sinai Peninsula, capturing important Egyptian cities, including Abu Rudiais. The Suez Canal and other significant territories also came under Israeli control. Additionally, the Golan Heights, previously under Syrian control, was also captured by Israel. It is estimated that over 20,000 people were killed in the Six-Day War, of which around 15,000 were Palestinians and other Arabs. The Israeli casualties were relatively low. Around 800 Israeli soldiers were killed.